and grab a seat. Welcome to the stream. Grab a snack and fetch a drink. Don't mind the chat, they're crazy. Unhinged at their best. Can I offer you a cookie? No, I'll put it with the rest. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Come on in and don't be shy. Don't worry about the grip or love. Don't pay the chat no mind. You're here to see the content. You're here to watch the show. You're bored already? Wait! You simply need to know. Chase game's good, the name's a scam. Can't aim, can't clutch, can barely stand. A streamer boy through and through. Honestly, bro's kinda cringe, dude. Can you pass the sniff test? Do you even dare to try? Do you want to watch a 30-year-old man who streams games cry? Do you want to drop a follow? Do you want to gift a sub? Join the Discord now and don't be a scrub. For real, dude. You're here to see the content. You're here to watch the show. You're bored already? Wait, you simply need to know. Chase game's good, the name's a scam. Can't aim, can't clutch, can barely stand. A streamer boy through and through. Honestly, bro's kinda cringe, dude. Okay, well, this song is almost over. OMG, he's still not on the screen? This guy. Okay, well, let's run it back one more time and waste more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, really? He's still not here? Kinda cringe, to be honest, old, man, shaking my head. I really thought... Okay, I think he's coming now. Yeah? Okay. See ya? Unless it plays again. If that happens, then I'll be right back. Okay. Yep. Bye! Hey there, friends, how are you? Come in and grab a seat. Welcome to the stream. Grab a snack and fetch a drink. Don't mind the chat, they're crazy. Unhinged at their best. Can I offer you a cookie? No, I'll put it with the rest. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Come on in and don't be shy. Don't worry about the grip or love. Don't pay the chat no mind. You're here to see the content. You're here to watch the show. You're bored already? Wait! You simply need to know. Chase game's good, the name's a scam. Can't aim, can't clutch, can barely stand. A streamer boy through and through. Honestly, bro's kinda cringe, dude. Can you pass the sniff test? Do you even dare to try? Do you want to watch a 30-year-old man who streams games cry? Do you want to drop a follow? Do you want to gift a sub? Join the Discord now and don't be a scrub. For real, dude. You're here to see the...
All right, welcome in, everyone. How y'all doing today, you beautiful, beautiful people? Noni, the legend, up to 14 chookies in the chookie jar. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, I don't set those expectations real low. I had something I was planning to do, and then I have to reorganize stuff, but maybe we'll still talk about it. We'll see, dude. We'll see, dude. Oh, let's go. Noni adding his chookie. Beautiful. Well, fantastic. How you doing today, Noni? Hope you're doing well. And my wife. I think y'all are the only two in here right now, but that's all good. So to quickly give you, hey, no one's here yet, right? No one's here? Noni, you want a sneak peek about what I'm planning on doing? You can't tell anyone, okay? It's gotta stay between us, okay? So I plan on actually, hold on. Let me grab my green screen. It should pop up here in a sec. Give me one sec. Oh, look at that, dude. What's all that, right? Oh, lights are on so you can see through it, but hold on. look at what's that, dude? Did I make something? Oh shit, I made something, dude. Oh, are we gonna maybe have like a story time from an old wizard? I don't know, dude. Maybe. And y'all have heard of the Pink Pony Club, but have you heard of the Rose Full? Hmm? Have you? Because now you have. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just take that away. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. Hair looks like it's slicked back today. Wet. There we go. Dude, I'm saying Grammy's gonna love it. But yeah, I plan on doing like a little reading in some of the stories in the world and stuff, and figured I should look the part, really, zhuzh it up, and so I made that little background earlier today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that'll be fun. I got a little robe and a beard and some other little wizardy looking things coming in. Should be here by Monday, though I don't know exactly what time, so it might end up being um a Wednesday thing, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's about it. I did that today, and actually, hold on, I'll bring it up on here so you can actually see it in a little more detail. Where is? Let me turn back this. I also just realized that my audio was off my desktop audio. That shouldn't be a big deal. Let me pull up my display capture. Here it is. Oh my god, why is it so, like, large? Well, anyway. Here it is. That's the same background I was doing earlier. And, that's what we do. Can I make that a tiny bit smaller? There we go. That's a little easier. Beautiful. Let's see. I think like that. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, dude. But yeah, I tried to, pay homage to my roots with the Pink Pony Club, as it were. So instead, we've got the Rose Full. Hell yeah, dude. And I had to. It's a still image, so I had to animate some stuff to make it look like it's moving. But yeah, dude. So I kind of wanted to show off some. Oh shit, Logi's here. We gotta hide this. Hey, Logi, what's up, dude? Welcome in.
Hello, motherfucker.
Let me update your Chucky chart. Oh, Logi hitting the big 3-0, dude. Let's go, dude. Shout out to the Logi boy for his 30th Chucky. He is in 5th place, 4th place. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, 5. You're in 5th place, Logi boy. Climbing the ranks, though, dude. Climbing those ranks. Huge dubski, honestly. But yeah, dude. That's gonna be happening, Noni. I'm thinking probably a week from today, next Wednesday. Is kind of what I'm guessing. So that'll be cool. I'll get everything set up and situated and all that jazz, and it'll be like a fun. Hey,
we got a resub. Another resub.
Is that Wampage, dude?
Well, thank you. Just for you. Thank you for the resub. I guess you're here to stay. You've seen all the disasters, but still won't run away. Your loyalty's astounding, and it fills me with cheer. Shout out to the legend. Insert name here.
Insert name here. Wampage, dude. Thank you so much, Wampage, for the resub. I appreciate you for 3 months. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you. Let me also update your Chucky chart standing here. You and Bria are tied, so if Bria doesn't come in today, you got a shot of bypassing her, dude. But yeah, that's basically what kind of the plan is, and I don't know if anyone's gonna like it, but I'll have fun doing it. It's kind of like D&D a little bit, without the I guess without the interaction. Maybe I'll do a little D&D type thing at some point, a more interactive thing. But for now, my plan is just to kind of do the stories and stuff. But show off what I can, have fun in the little world. Just woke up from such a W nap, boy. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Rampage, were you ever able to get that, were you ever able to get that emote to do what you needed it to do? By chance? I'm kind of just on a Yap Sesh today, so I don't have anything super, like, gaming-wise planned. So if you didn't, I can try to do something for you real quick and see. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I think that fit will come in handy for a lot of things, and I was thinking about how many things I already own that, like, would work really well with stuff. Like, for example, hold on. Up here on my oh, actually, y'all can't see it. Hold on. Up here on my lovely shelf, that's definitely not a bookshelf. Oh, Scaredy, welcome in, dude. How you doing today? Hope you're having an excellent afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're at. Yes, be sure to follow Scaredy if you're not already. Excellent, dude. Excellent streamer. But anyway, I was saying that my little background, have I ever gone through... I think I have before, but for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge, Elder Scrolls nerd. We've got Alduin. Got the dragon from... the main villain from, Skyrim. He's always just chilling over my shoulder. We've obviously got another dragon. Got to keep the dragons together. We got Charizard, my little action figure from when I was a kid, dude. My little Charizard. Hell yeah, brother. And back up here. Need to frame these at some... I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks, Scaredy. Thanks for asking. I'm just kind of on a Yap Sesh today. Are you going to be streaming a little bit later? I saw you were doing not a dual stream, but like a stream with one of your friends. But yeah, dude, like, look, I've got a whole map of Skyrim, a canvas map that I bought when I got the game. And, I need to frame it. I haven't got around to that yet. But, you know, there's, I got the big old canvas map, and so at some point that'll go up on the wall. No way I don't see a Spino up there. You know what's crazy that you say that, Noni? Is that, we went to Leo, May, Lexi, and I, we all went to a place called Dino World really recently. And they had all these different, like, fossils and things like that, that were there. And, I really almost considered getting a Spino tooth thing, but it was like $200, and I was like, yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. It was your brother-in-law. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. You should use an iron on a low setting to make it nice and crisp. Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. I mean, it's still relatively crisp, though it does have, you know, it's from 2011 when it came out, so it's pretty crispy overall, but, you know, you can probably hear the canvas, you know. But I've got that I need to hang up. I got a lot of just stuff, you know. Somewhere over here, though. Also, we've got the legend himself, Kurt Cobain, chilling behind my shoulder. I guess I don't have it. But I was looking for something specific, which, this is the Hound's helmet from Game of Thrones, for those of you who've seen Game of Thrones. The little metal helmet recreation. That's pretty sick. Let me see, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. The whole reason I even went over there was because I had a little letter opener that was a sword. You know. Anyway, the original point I was trying to make is that I have a whole bunch of stuff that's like medieval themed that I just think would work with what I want to do. You've never seen it, just know the ending left a sour taste. Yes, I will say, Noni, seasons 1 through season 6 are like the best TV I've ever seen in my life, fantasy like wise. But then you get to season 7 and 8 and it just tanks hard. It tanks real hard, which is a damn shame. honestly. Because it was such a good show. But yeah, man, I got all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, this too. This. Don't fuck with me. Got a wand, bro. Got a wand. The reason why I think it's kind of been established. I think it's the directors, because there's what were their names? It was like they were called D&D as nicknames, but there was like David and Derek or whatever their names were. I truly can't remember their names right now. But they were the two directors of Game of Thrones, and I guess they had been in the middle of directing Game of Thrones. They kind of hit two different problems. One was that they ran out of source material because George R. R. Martin never finished the book series. So they basically got up to the point of the books and everything was amazing up to that point. And then once they started running out of material, they had to start sort of like improv stuff together. Yes, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. So D&D, that was their nicknames. And yeah, they ran into basically George R. R. Martin hadn't finished the book series yet. He still hasn't finished the books, and the show's been over for years now. Still hasn't finished them. Which is insane. But so yeah, he didn't finish it, and then the other thing is that they were offered a bunch of money and jobs to come and direct Star Wars, I believe. It was when they were rebooting Star Wars again. And so they went over to go do that, and because of how badly of a reception the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones got, because they were people just saw it as like they were rushing through it to try to, get their money and go to the next project. Disney ended up not hiring them after all. They ended up letting them go. So it's pretty insane, dude. Like, just rushing through stuff, pretty insane. Pretty insane. Now for those of you who weren't here earlier, by the way, I know Logie, I don't know if I've ever actually asked you. I mean, you seem the type to like a dark fantasy type of stuff, but have you ever actually played like D&D or anything, Logie, or Rampage? Because the things that I want to do next week are going to be very like high fantasy, well, I guess more dark fantasy than anything. But I'm just kind of curious if y'all have ever, and I know you like, y'all like Elden Ring, which I would consider a pretty dark fantasy style of game. So yeah, man, I'm curious if y'all are actually fans of that or not. But this thing, your attention is far too cooked for D&D. Fair. I do like the fantasy aspects, though. I got you. Ezra remembers South Park poking fun at Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of South Park. It's not because I don't find it funny. It's just I never get around to it. If it's on TV, like, I'll watch it, but it's not like something I actively seek out. But I know they've made a whole bunch of episodes of things like relate. Like I saw their big famous World of Warcraft one that South Park did, and that one was really funny. As someone who at the time was playing World of Warcraft. Well, I think it's really just the couple of us in here, but to you gotta keep it a secret, okay? Keep it a secret. I already showed Noni this, okay? But if y'all have paid attention in the Discord, we have that creative writing channel, which is really mainly just been me posting works of fiction that I've been making for a while. And I wanted to do like a little kind of a D&D-esque thing with it. And I was trying to figure out how to do it, and that's what that little costume is, right? I bought this little costume and stuff. And I have some other props and things showing up and whatever. But I basically want to have a stream where I kind of read through them and do this whole kind of, little thing with it. And to give you a quick, look at what that may look like. Hold on, let me real quick grab something. So Noni's already seen this little trick, so you know, pretend to be surprised when you see it again, Noni. Thank you. Otherwise, I will cry. It will hurt my self-esteem. Okay. All right, ready? Whoa! Imagine that. Here you go. Oh shit! You get the idea. Imagine me sitting there. Ain't no way. Nailed it. First try. But anyway, yeah, imagine me right here. And, you know, in a sweet outfit. And, you know, reading and talking about fantasies and the world and all that jazz, you know? So, that's kind of what I'm planning to do at some point. How long has the green screen been a thing in your setup? For ever since Rex community night. That's how I did the entire show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was shout out from Mama Games Good. You move my light, man. No, you're good, dude. You're good. All right, hold on. Let me turn this back on. Actually, hold on. We got to show Bria now because Bria's here, and Bria's a big fantasy person, huh? Welcome in, Bria, by the way. Thank you so much for adding a cookie to the Chookie chart. You are up to 36 now. How you doing today? Don't worry about it, Bria. Hold on. So, if you haven't seen the Discord, or you may recall, I showed you and Noni and a couple of other people that, like, fantasy world that I've been working on since 2023, I think. And I've been doing all this different, Dude, did we just get transported to a tavern in Windhelm? Yeah, you're about to go back here in a sec, because I gotta show Bria. No, it's all good, dude. You all will learn very quickly. I am the worst person at keeping any sort of secret. If you want something to be hidden, don't tell it to me, because I will immediately tell every person I know. It's not on Noni, it's 100% on me. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm still gonna hype it up, I'm still gonna try to promo it, and why do I look so whitewashed, bro? I know I'm pale, but I'm not that pale, dang. Lexi just whispered, yes, you are. But anyway, that world that I showed off to y'all previously, I know, I look super whitewashed right now, and I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. There's the adjustment in the color slowly. But yeah, that world that I've been working on with the help of Lexi and Leo since 2023, I just was like, you know what? I want to make my own fantasy world with all of its own little creatures and all of its own races and all of its own conflicts, and I want to write stories and all that stuff, you know? And so anyway, I wanted to show those in a creative way to y'all, as creative as I could make it without me being able to, like, show you what's in my mind. I figured I could do kind of like these little reading sessions where I'm dressed up and I go through different stories and y'all can imagine and ask questions. I'll make little pictures to show in between different, like, stuff, you know? But anyway, that's what, in the Discord, that's what that little costume is. But there's a lot more to it than just the stuff that I showed. I bought, like, a lot of stuff. And so that'll be at probably next either Monday or Wednesday. I don't know exactly when everything's getting here yet. It just depends on the timing of it all. So at the latest, it'll be a week from today, and we'll go through and start reading through some of the works that I've written, some of the little events, and talking about them. I just kind of want to be like a little history teacher for this made-up world, right? That's kind of like what I want to do. It sounds a lot of fun to me. So Bria, now let me show you. Put yourself in a mind space right now. You're about to be transported to an inn in the realm of Zundara. Just just close your eyes for a second, and then count to like 15, and then open them up, and then you'll be in Zundara, okay? Start counting right now. Thank you. Sounds good, Logie boy. Thanks for the alert. Whoa, there's me. All right, Bria, if you haven't already, open your eyes. There you go. You've been transported. But, yeah. Oh, dude, best viewers? I don't know about all that, brother. I don't know about. Here's the problem: is I can't stand in front of this currently because look it. That's how tall this is. So I gotta prop it up on something. Make this go. But you know. There we go. Yeah, there's the here's the setting for the stream right here. And oh, you know, because it's a green screen. Since it's a green screen, Bria, your people's hat is going to look amazing on this. Okay? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell! Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm on fire! Sorry guys, I just dropped my mixtape. That's my mixtape brewing in my head right now. You know, it's real fire stuff, you know. But yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of like what I was planning on doing with the stream, and I've got a few different stories to run through and historical events and things like that, just to get people acquainted with it. I don't know if anyone besides me is gonna find it fun, but I'll have fun doing it. I have fun doing like DM stuff and world building and all that sort of stuff. So I think it'll be a good time. And if no one shows up, that's all good. And if people do show up, even better, you know? I thought you were gonna come back looking like Gandalf. Dude, I wish. No, if I had the stuff to come back looking like Gandalf, brother, I would have been doing that stream idea today. I would have been today. Because I've already got the story that I'm working on that I'm really wanting to share. I'm like 2 chapters into it. And I keep writing every single day more and more about it. And yeah, I want to show y'all, but you know, I gotta have it's got to be done right. You know what I mean? So we'll get there. And yeah, but for today's stream, we're just kind of vibing, talking, yapping. I got you. Yeah, it's tough. Writer's block. I've been in a real creative renaissance lately. I went through about 6 months of writer's block, so I feel you, Bria. It's tough. It's real tough. Let me see. I just worked. I sat at that computer for 8 hours, and then I came to this one. And that's basically all I've done today. Pretty straightforward. How about you guys? What have y'all been up to today? Let me switch back to my other thing. So let me bring back the music. There we go. Those are definitely the same scene and not different scenes, huh? But yeah, isn't that so cozy? Isn't that so nice? Look at that. Lovely. Lovely. And those flames were definitely not added after the image was already generated. Rampage, do I still have the let me see. Oh, actually, you know what, Rampage? Hold on. Let me go. You were off today just trying to find some games to play that wasn't COD? Yeah, dude, I feel you on that. Is COD kind of your like old reliable game, Noni? Is it like your one you go to? Mine's always Madden. Bats wants to make a book about a magical ancient cup. Someone bought it from a pawn shop and that was in a box said not to open it. The person opened it and gets, like, transported to a different dimension or something like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, writing about dreams is a really good way to do stuff, Bria. I think that's a lot of different ideas come from that. I mean, one of the ideas that Lexi and I worked on together that I ended up writing like 140 or so pages on before I hit a wall with it. It was based on a dream I had that Lexi helped me kind of flesh out. Let me see. Rampage. Where's your name on here? There it is. Can I download this? How do I download it? Okay. Yeah, but not anymore. I kind of dread even opening it up. My cousin always wants to play, but it's really starting not to be my thing anymore. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I feel you on that, because for me at least, the last, and I'm kind of old, so, but the last, like, COD that I really truly enjoyed was probably Black Ops 2, I think. Maybe not even Black Ops 2, maybe just Black Ops 1. What was the one that was in Vietnam? Was that the first one? I think that's the first one. So it might be it might be COD 1. I don't know. Even Modern Warfare I wasn't a huge fan of. I thought it was okay, you know? But to each their own, I suppose. For me, my like turn off my brain type of game is Madden. I don't play it as often as I used to, but if, like, I'm just, like, trying not to have thoughts or think, I just turn on Madden, dude. It works like a charm. Let me see. Emo. So bright. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Why didn't it download that? Upload. Okay, here it is. Your game is Doom Eternal. I read that as Doom Ethernet. Doom's Ethernet cable. I'm trying to fix this up real quick for... There we go. And then, yeah, that's kind of exactly how it is. Like, it feels exactly like that. Hey, Rampage, I don't know if you're still here, by the way, bud, but, it's working for me. He couldn't get this to work earlier because this little section wasn't down here. So I'm gonna just do this for him real quick. That should be good. Files. Save that as a GIF. Transparent background. Cool. That's finally put up the laughing squirrel emote. Oh, nice, dude. Let's go. I'm glad he does, dude. Yeah, anytime y'all need any sort of emote help at all, please reach out. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, that's the thing, Noni. It's like I don't like games that come out every year, and I get why they do it, because, you know, obviously they need to make their money, and you know, they have their corporate, like, goals they have to hit, right? So I get that. But like, it's, I don't know, man. When it's done so much and it's so corporate like that, it just kind of sucks the soul out of it, you know? That's like, I was talking about Elder Scrolls and Skyrim and stuff earlier. I'm so nervous for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out because of how bad Starfield was. And I love Elder Scrolls series is probably my favorite games ever made. But it better be good. It's been since 2011 when Skyrim came out, you know? So hopefully. Chat, how are we feeling about the $450 Switch 2 with the $80 or $90 games? Did they finally announce the actual prices of stuff? I knew that they've been talking about it for a while. Oh, they just announced it today. The price, I'm okay with the Switch being $450. The price of games, I don't know if I like that, but only because, like, I get that games are getting more expensive to make, but, like, are Nintendo games, though? I don't know, man. Like, they don't have the same graphical fidelity. They don't have, like, nearly as much as the other consoles have alone. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's a bit, like, not to shit on Nintendo, but, like, no. All right, let me send this over to Rampage real quick. Upload file. Ooh, where did that save to? Shit. All right, let me just re-download that again. Kinda cringe, dude. Imagine. Oh. It just saved to the D drive. That's annoying. Okay, hold on. No, I don't need to save it again. We're good. Let me upload this to Wampage. I don't know why it saved automatically to my D drive, but whatever, dude. Ooh, that doesn't look as good, though. Well, it still gets the idea across, but still. Yeah, try that. See if that works for your Rampage. If not, there's no offense taken by any means. I am not very good at this stuff overall, and will take no offense. Let me go ahead and smaller. Let me see what you were saying. I'm too nervous to try the Elder Scrolls series again, but I'm too scared I won't like it. I still like my regular Switch. I won't be getting the second one. Yeah, I have a Switch, and Lexi has a Switch, and I don't really touch mine. That's the other thing. So I probably won't get one. But, you know, I'm praying it's good so then you can enjoy it. For Elder Scrolls Noni? Yeah, dude, me too. I don't have high hopes, but if there's one thing that I appreciate about the Bethesda community is even if that one sucks, Skyrim will always be great in getting mods. So, you know, I always have the old games if I need to. Personally, I think it's abhorrent. Nintendo games are nowhere near the rest of the industry. That new Switch 2 is gonna fight for its life against a PS4. That's exactly it, Logie. It's like, I'm cool with the price. Like, I understand the manufacturing costs of it, and they have to make their money off of it, you know? But it's like, how do you justify such a price hike for the games when they don't look nearly as good? I had a hard time even justifying it with hey, Nacho Daddy, excuse me. Thank you so much for adding a cookie to the cookie jar. Hope you're doing well, Isaiah. Where is Isaiah at? There he is, 24. Perfect. But yeah, dude, like, how do you justify that? That seems impossible to justify. Yeah, for real, Nintendo feels just so isolated. Yeah, that's, like, they definitely know, they're kind of like, what is it? They're like Apple in a way. They're the Apple of gaming. And what I mean by that is, like, they'll make money no matter what, because they have, like, a cult following almost that loves their stuff. Like, the people who love Nintendo, like, love Nintendo. You know what I mean? I'd say Mario Kart on my Switch and Animal Crossing. Yeah, I like both of those games. I've played Mario Kart, actually, in my other closet, I still have my Nintendo 64 in it with a whole bunch of Nintendo games, and that was my first console, was Nintendo 64. And I have just a giant box full of the cartridges, and the original, or not the original, but the second one, Mario Kart 64. And funny enough, my grandpa, he still plays very occasionally, but he also has upstairs in his house, he has a little tiny, old, like, boxy, what's the word for those TVs? those little tube TVs, those very boxy, bulky ones. Anyway, he has one of those upstairs. CRT, thank you. He has a little CRT upstairs in his house, and plugged up to it is a Nintendo 64 from like the original, like it's one of his original one from like the 90s, and it still works. And whenever I go to see him and visit him, we always play Mario Kart 64 together, and he whoops me at it because it's the only game he plays. But like he's the reason I'm probably into video games, is because he introduced me to Mario Kart when I was really young, and Super Mario from that, and you know, it just kind of took off from there. But yeah, dude, it's pretty cool seeing that. I try to get him to like see the new like upgraded versions of the games now. Like I tried to show him on the Switch the newest Mario Kart, and he was like, "Why are they on the walls? What does this do? What is all this?" I'm like, "Listen, man, it's not for our kind anymore. It's for those little they need those Subway Surfers everywhere, you know." They need something always going on. Action, action, action. We were just happy to be driving forward, brother. I say it like we're even near the same age, dude. But, yeah, man. I loved... oh, dude, did y'all ever... Speaking of Nintendo 64, I don't know if y'all ever had N64 stuff. Well, there was this game that I loved the theme song, too. Hold on. This is probably gonna get DMCA'd, but that's fine. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Let's go, Rampage. Okay. I don't know if y'all ever saw this game, Buck Bumble. Hold on, let me pull this up. I don't know if any other kids of the 90s, like, you know, you see if this looks familiar to anyone at all. But let me tell you how absolutely hard this song goes, all right? We're gonna play a little snippet of it, dude.
If crypto taxes feel
hold on. We got ads. Cringe. Let's turn off the... I don't want to hear ads. We're gonna let the ads play. We got Jack Black in the corner over here. All right, here we go. All right, ready?
Time to rock with the biggity back bumper. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity back bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper.
Hey.
Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass.
I used to sing this shit all the time, dude.
Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to...
Game music is good. Oh, dude, it is my alt channel. Holy shit. But no, that's funny. I just so happened to pick that one. That goes with the exact same naming structure as me. That's funny. You need a dancing Chucky? I do, yeah. I don't have one. That's a good point. Maybe we'll spend some time making that today. But, yeah, dude, this song. I used to just run around my house going, biggity buck bumble. Bum-pa-ta-bum-pa-ta-bum-pa-ta-bing. Doesn't this shit go so hard, though? Hey, hey. Hey. Bro, they don't make them like they used to. That's all I'm saying. They don't make them like they used to. Holy shit, dude. And, there's a... Oh. Have any of y'all ever heard the from the legendary game, the legendary Nintendo 64 game, Donkey Kong 64. If anyone has ever heard the Donkey Kong rap, or if you haven't, you're in for a treat, because we're about to give it a quick listen. And let me tell you, dude, chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Here we go, dude. Damn. Okay. Oh. There it is.
Here we go.
Join in too. It's so like 80s rap. I love it. Oh shit, I realized y'all can't even see the subtitles. Hold on. Hold on. Bro. There it is. It's gonna hurt. Oh shit. Of the DK crew. What's crazy? All right, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me pause this for a moment. All right. So here's the thing, right? You heard they were talking so good about Donkey Kong, dude, right? They were talking so good in this song about Donkey Kong, right? Oh, he's bigger, he's faster, he's amazing. Just keep listening. Keep listening to how they describe the other Kongs, right? Just keep listening. Okay, quick and nimble. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so she's fast. She can float, right? She's a cool Kong, as they say in this song, right? She's a cool Kong. Hell yeah. So, you know, we got 2 positives so far. Excellent, dude. Perfect. All right, let's continue. The fuck was that? You see how they do my dude here? Bro, they're like, oh, this guy's amazing. This guy's 10 out of 10. Oh, holy shit, this guy's great. And then they're just like, this guy sucks. It's like, bro, what the fuck did Lanky Kong do to you, dude? Jesus. Even his name is kind of an insult. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's crazy. So again, there was no happy, like, heart to that song. It was just shitting on Lanky Kong the entire time. They didn't even say his name. Like, and I'm pretty sure he's the only one they do it to, because I think all that's left is Diddy Kong, and then I forget the big one's name. And I'm pretty sure that they don't do those dudes dirty. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Diddy. Diddy Kong. Let's preference. Diddy means a different thing in 2025. Okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that one was pretty good, right? Oh, he's got his little peanut pistols. He's cool. He's all this stuff. Yeah, he's awesome. Freaking love Diddy Kong. Yeah, dude, Diddy Kong. Dude, did you ever play Diddy Kong Racing? I loved that game. That was also the first game they introduced the character of Conker into the Nintendo world. And boy, did he change as a character. If you don't know, listen. If you know, you know, though. All right, there's only one more. Okay. Okay, so he's strong. Chunky. That's his name, yeah, Chunky. Pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, coconut shells. But yeah, basically, this was my baby shark when I was a kid. This for sure was my baby shark. Like, there's not even a doubt in my mind about it. But yeah, dude, like, why do they shit so hard on him for that? You know what I mean? Like, what did he do to deserve such a thing? Oh, since we're on this here, let me zoom this in a little bit. Sec. That. I'll go over here in this corner. Give y'all a little sneak peek of some stuff I'm working on here. Where is it? Oh yeah, this I showed this in the thing, but I'm working on a little like guide for the world, the little make-believe world of Zundara. This is my little cover for it that I was working on. I think it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty sick. I originally just had it listing out stuff, but I think I'm going to go back and actually make it like a more interactive guide, which is going to take a long time to do, but it'll be fun. It'll be worth it. Bro, can you go away? I'm not trying to, like, look at your stuff. What else we got? This is another, this is a little work in progress one. I don't know who Olivia Wilson is, though. That should be by my name. But this is one that Lexi was working on. I don't think she wants to keep using it, but, and she also didn't put the full title of the story, which is Beneath the Stars and Thunder. Yeah, dude, Olivia. Shout out to Olivia. But yeah, it's supposed to be Beneath the Stars and Thunder is the actual, story. And then the one that I'm working on, which it's kind of this is a really bad, like, work in progress, kind of a concept art, if you will, of the story of the main one that I want to tell you about, y'all about. Curly Salon, Lexi works, she's a manager for a curly salon. We share this account collectively, so there's some of her stuff in there as well. But anyway, this is, oh, my bad. But anyway, this is what I was working on before. And this is kind of the character, the idea, and stuff like this will make more sense. But this is kind of the working, like, kind of concept art I had for, like, a cover. But we'll get there when we get there, you know? I think it's gonna be a work in progress. But this one for sure was the best one thus far. But yeah, dudes. Let me make that a bit smaller again, so I can get back into my normal spot. I keep seeing, I've got the green screen next to me over here, but I have a fan blowing at me, and the green screen keeps getting caught and thrown around, and it keeps freaking me out like someone's walking by. Jeez Louise, dude. Ooh. Oh, the tunnels cover page? Yeah. Let me show you that real quick. Give the dog a treat? For sure. Give me 1 second. So this is the page for the tunnel. Let me actually, you have to kind of look closely at it. But this is the cover sheet that I made for the tunnel. And that was actually one of the stories that I was thinking that if I do a quick kind of like a test run of what I wanted to do. Y'all want to hear this story? It's only like 11 pages long. I can read this to y'all today if you want. I can read this to you. It's pretty cool. You know, if y'all want. If y'all want. It's just a little short story I wrote for Halloween last year, set in the world of Zundara. But yeah, it's Tales from Zundara, The Tunnel, a short horror story based in the dark fantasy world of Zundara, written by Chase Writes Good. But yeah, dude, that's The Tunnel. So yeah, we can do a little reading. Oh, nice. What did you think of it? Hopefully not too terrible. Hopefully. If you didn't like it, that's understandable. It's understandable. Listen, I was still new to writing relatively. I'm sorry. What's funny, too, is I thought about making my name, my writing name, to make it look like a real author. Hold on, let me make this bigger. What I thought about doing was keeping my first name. Oh, hold on. Keeping my first name like this, and then just changing my last name to like this. And that way it looks like a hyphenated last name. Chase Write Good. It's a real name, dude. And so I thought about doing that, but I just decided to keep it as Chase Writes Good. Okay. Yeah, if y'all want to, we can read The Tunnel. It shouldn't take too terribly long. You good? Oh, I do have to give Joe a treat before I start. That's right. I thought it was terrible. Nah, it pulled me in right away. I like the names you used in it. They were like your typical names. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I tried to write it like a when I was writing it, I tried to make it like a not like typical names. I see. Gotcha. Well, I mean, the main character's name is Isaac, but it's spelled weird. I just kind of rolled with it. But I tried to write it like kind of like a 90s, like a Halloween Town-esque like beginning to it, and then it gets really dark quickly, or more dark, I should say, quickly. And so that's kind of what I was going for with it. So I'm glad you liked it, though. Honestly, I'm really happy that you liked it. Let me give the dog a treat, and then we can hop into it. I'll see if I can set up the background behind me, and maybe we'll have a little story in the what the fuck was the name of the bar? The Rose Pony Club or something? Fuck was it? Oh, there we go. Hey, clown. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and add Daily Chookie. Yeah, dude, always first. Clown! Clown! Wait a minute, Clown. You'll appreciate that. I mean, everyone else is obviously appreciative of this too, but Clown, I need to show you something. I'll give the dog a treat. Okay, hold on. I gotta give the... All right. Let me give Jojo a treat real quick. Hold on. I gotta give Jojo a treat, and then I'll show you. And then we'll get into... We're actually gonna read one of those stories I wrote, Clown, so if you want to stick around for that. Where's the Jojo cam at, dude? There it is. Got it. We're here. What up, Jojo? Treat. All right, Joe. You know the rules. Ding. Ding. All right, that's pretty good. You see the green screen in the background? Where's the give a clown a treat? Dude, I don't know, man. Hey, Doom, welcome in. Thank you so much. I just updated your numbers. Doom, you are at 19, Clown. If I didn't say, you're at 13. Okay. Let me real quick set up this. Everyone, brace yourselves. You're about to enter the dark fantasy world that I created. And you're about to hear one of the stories that I wrote, that last Halloween. It's a little short story. It's about 11 pages roughly. So I hope you guys like it. Let me real quick, switch the setup. It'll take me like 2 seconds to get everything all squared away. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves while I do this. 1 sec. Well, hold on. It's not quite as seamless as I was hoping. There we go. Nailed it. Nailed it. First try. First try, dude. All right. Oh, we need some music to play in the background. Hold on. Let me find like a YouTube channel that plays like, I'll put it kind of low. Bunny, welcome in. Thank you so much for adding a cookie to the Chookie jar. I appreciate you. Ooh, should we listen to some lo-fi Lord of the Rings beats? Hell yeah, dude. Do this. This is the one that I used when I was writing pretty recently. Hold on, let me... A little too loud for my tastes. Let me just bring down the volume. I've done very light DMing before, Clown. I wouldn't say it was like very official necessarily, but you know, I tried. Okay, we're back. That's a little loud. Even that, Jesus. Wait, this should be more horror though. This is a horror story, right? Hold on. Halloween. Is there Halloween lo-fi? Is that a thing? Oh, there is. Oh, hell yeah, dude. All right, hold on. We got ads. Get on YouTube. I mean, not mine. Ain't no way. You breaking the immersion. Stop. All right, we're good. We're good. You know. Okay. Okay, let's see. This... Ooh. Hell yeah, okay. I think we'll leave it like that. How does that sound to y'all? Maybe a tiny bit lower. Like that. Alright, perfect, dude. Jeez Louise. Alright, give me a sec. Screen doesn't want to stay in place. It's because there's a fan on, I think. Okay. So, let me briefly set the scene for y'all. Give me 1 second. Got that. Oh shit, boy. Welcome in, boy. Thank you much for adding a daily Chookie. Let me go ahead and update your number. You're up to 33, dude. Let's go. All right, sick. So... Okay. Sorry, give me 2 more seconds. There is display capture. We'll just do that. Boom, boom. Beautiful. All right, guys. Holy shit, that's huge. Jeez Louise. Okay. So for those of you who are unaware, this is my lovely little world that I've made myself. Oh, real quick, let me catch up on chat. I kind of missed a bunch of stuff. Okay, you just re-dyed your hair, Doom. Was gonna take a nap before these potentially bad storms here, but then I saw you were live, so I had to come by. Hey, well, I appreciate you, Doom. What color did you end up dyeing it? Gotta move your green.
That's what she said.
All right. Well, I gotta move the blurbs. I don't want Michael Scott showing up over my shoulder when I'm in the middle of the scene. Okay. Let's see. Not official, meaning May, him, and Leo, me sitting around the table with 2 sets of dice. Oh, yeah. It wasn't real D&D. It was, like, very, very shittily done D&D. It's because I don't know the full-blown, like, rules of D&D, so I just kind of, like, winged it.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Dude, I don't know, man. Fuck, I'm sorry. Well, we gotta leave the fireplace in the background, you know? All right, let me keep, yeah, it's cute, gives me bubblegum. Nice. Oh, it was pink, right, you said that. Okay, nice, Doom. Boys here, colored hair, love a Doom. They'll split dye, let's go. Hell yeah, I did a couple of campaigns with friends, but we don't know the rules well enough, and I'm not super creative as a DM, but I tried. I mean, that sounds like me, Bunny. I feel like I'm very creative and I can make these like storylines and things like that. Truthfully, I love writing more than anything. Like more than even making music, more than anything, I'd love to write. And I just don't know the rules. And I don't have the patience to learn all the rules. Oh, yeah, Doom, post your hair in the Discord. I want to see. Okay. I think we got it. I'm all caught up now. Anyway, my bad, guys. So to quickly go over this again, for those of you who are unfamiliar or haven't seen it, this is Zundara. It is definitely pronounced Zundara and not like how chat says it, which is X-Undara. Pretty annoying. But it is pronounced Zundara. This is the full world map I made all by myself. This story we're about to read takes place right here, right on the edge of this big, dense, ancient forest called the Western Woodlands. So this is like a little outpost just outside of the woods. Yeah. So keep that in mind, because this story is a little creepy, little spooky. It's not very long. So yeah, this is kind of a preview for what I'll do next week when I actually get the full-blown outfit put together. And I'll actually read you a different story, a little different one that I've been working on for a little while now. So cool. And I'll bring up little pictures and stuff, just kind of as it comes up. Let me, real quick, pull up the tunnel on this screen here. And then let me go back to this. And again, for those of you who didn't see earlier, this is the cover to my little short story called The Tunnel. So it's just a fun little tunnel, some stairs going down into the darkness, and a little figure with red eyes. So that's basically, imagine that. There was another one actually that I made. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's this one right here. And this one was the original idea that I had for it, but I ended up changing it to this one. I liked this one a lot more. Yeah. So with that being said, let me go ahead and turn that off. All right, and let's get into the tunnel, dude. I'm gonna bring it up on my main screen. All right, I'm gonna try my best to do different character voices and stuff. These are all the characters in this are kids mainly. So, oh boy. Gotta have the glasses down on your nose a little bit. Yeah, dude. It's like I'm reading to the class. All right. Well, let me. I can't see. I can only see stuff really close. So if I do that, I can't see my screen. All right. Popcorn reading. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna read part of it, and then I'm going to popcorn. And say, bro, what's up with my stash right here? I keep seeing it like be weird. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call in someone, and y'all have to read it. All right. No buts. You're gonna read it and you're gonna like it, okay? No, also, by the way, I forgot. Y'all can follow along with me if you want. Hold on. I have this posted online. I totally forgot about that. Give me one sec. Where is my... I don't remember my login. That's funny, Doom. Yeah, totally unrelated. All right. Is it ads break now, or are the ads over? On my side, it says the ads are over. Oh, let's go, Doom. I see the hair in the Discord. Lovely. 10 out of 10. Very nice. Who did the... Rammy did the... That's funny. Okay, sorry. Let me lock in. Let me lock in real quick. Creative writing. Where's my stupid story at? There it is. Found it. Let me make sure that works. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're locked in. Yeah, your hair looks sick, Rammy. Or, fuck, I said Rammy. Doom. Oh my god, I'm getting all the ladies. I'm getting all the ladies mixed up. Dude. Okay, if y'all would like to follow along with me, here is the actual, link to the story that I posted online. Should be the same as the one I posted anyway. Let's quickly, we're gonna do a quick synopsis reading of it for y'all. the little synopsis that I wrote. So, Tales from Zundara, The Tunnel. In the small town of Timber's End, a group of boys dares Isaac to prove his courage and enter an ancient, ominous tunnel known as Eternal Rest 75. The tunnel is steeped in eerie stories, rumors of undead lurking within, and the mysterious disappearance of a previous daredevil. Isaac, eager to conquer his fear, or Isaac, eager to escape his family's reputation for cowardice, enters the tunnel determined to conquer his fear. As he ventures deeper into the suffocating darkness, the oppressive atmosphere amplifies his terror. The tunnel seems alive, playing tricks on his senses, and Isaac begins to question whether the stories are more than just folklore. Yeah, dude, W. Chase writes good, I'm saying. As he counts his steps, strange and sinister occurrences escalate. Voices echo, unseen presence stalk him, and the air becomes thick with dread. What was supposed to be a simple dare spirals into a nightmare as Isaac discovers he is not alone, and the tunnel may have a malevolent force within it. With each step, Isaac is pushed further into a psychological and physical abyss, facing choices that may either save him or doom him. Oh my god, is that a Doom reference? Is that a fucking Doom reference? Dude, crazy. I didn't even know Doom when I wrote this. Bro, I'm just speaking it into existence. But with the exit nowhere in sight, he begins to question whether he will ever escape the tunnel, or if it will claim him as it did others before him. The tunnel is a tense psychological horror about fear, isolation, and the supernatural, where the line between legend and reality blurs with terrifying consequences. So that's just a little quick synopsis of the story, kind of what it's about. Hopefully that got you a little bit intrigued. And with that being said, let me actually pull up the thing here, and onward we go, dudes. I apologize too. I will be mumbling over myself and stuttering and restating lines again. My bad. It's kind of how I read, but I will try my best not to. So, The Tunnel by Chase Writes Good. The moon wore the nighttime clouds like a cloak, its light ripping through them, casting occasional rays over the small town of Timber's End. Despite the late hour, the western woodlands were alive with the sound. Look at, there it is, dude. There it is. The western woodlands were alive with sound-distant chirping of crickets, the scuttling of unseen creatures, and the echoing snores of a sleeping brambleback. And even the far-off laughter of the adults drinking in the village pub. But to Isaac, it all felt muted, as if the world was holding its breath with him. I gotta think of a voice for him. Are you scared of the dark? Heron taunted, his voice laced with excitement. As the eldest boy and self-proclaimed leader of their group, he grinned widely, glancing at the others for their approval. Don't be a coward, Corthus, the youngest and most impressionable, echoed, his tone eager to please. Of course. Oh, sorry. This is. I need to read who's talking before I start doing it. Of course I'm not scared. Isaac shot back quickly, his voice quivering slightly. Oh, please. We all know cowardice runs in your family, Heron sneered, his mocking smile visible in the moonlight. I'm not like my father. I'm not a coward, Isaac insisted, his words sharper now, though his flushed face revealed the embarrassment within him. Nearby, Isaac's closest friend, Patrick. There's that very, very uncommon medieval fantasy name, Patrick. Patrick, but only with a K. Only with a K. Totally different. Patrick stood with his arms crossed, holding a brave facade. Should I read all of his lines like Patrick Star?
You have nothing to fear, Isaac. It's just a tunnel. Elder Cranton told us it's just stories to scare the little ones. Nothing but dust and darkness in there.
That was my Patrick Star. Pretty bad, dude. Yikes, dude.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
Right. Dust and darkness, Isaac echoed, his eyes drifting back toward the gaping black entrance of the tunnel. He was unsure if he truly believed that, or if he was trying to convince himself. Corthus shuffled forward, a nervous look on his face. Yeah, I mean, you aren't scared of the dark, are you, Isaac? His eyes quickly darted over to Terran, nudging him for approval. Before Isaac could retort, he felt a tugging at his arm. It was Mara, his younger sister, her eyes wide and fearful as she softly pleaded with him, clutching his shirt tightly. You don't have to do this, Isaac. Let's just go home, she begged, her voice small and desperate. She tugged at his arm, her wide eyes filled with worry. Isaac looked down at her, his resolve firmer, despite the fear gnawing at his thought. I have to, Mara. For both of us. His eyes fiercely locked onto hers as he spoke. Mara's grip loosened as Terran pushed his way in between them, his voice cold and dismissive. You know, I heard there's more than just darkness down there, he interjected, clearly trying to unsettle Isaac further. They say this tunnel was dug long ago, before the Veiled Empress's reign of terror, to escape her undead hordes. Some say that undead are still down there, unaware that she's long gone. Stories and lies! Oh, sorry, this is Patrick again.
Stories and lies. It's just an old escape route. That's 75 paces long.
I turned into an old man halfway through that. Patrick retorted, still holding firm to his feigned bravery. Tell that to Pearson. Sinuel Pearson and his family. He entered and never came back, Terran said, as his eyebrows rose in a matter-of-fact way. Next to the walkway, Isaac noticed a small, ancient plaque that had the infamous name of the tunnel engraved on it, ER-75. This tunnel was a relic from an ancient time, dug out long before Isaac or any of his friends were born. But its nickname, Eternal Rest, 75 Paces, had not been forgotten, nor had the stories that surrounded it. Isaac's heart pounded in his chest as he inched forward, sweat pooling on his back as the weight of this dare pressed upon him. I'm rereading this and I'm thinking to myself right now. Sorry to cut the tension for a moment, but I'm rethinking. I wrote this and I'm out here flubbing it this hard. I don't remember a lot of this. All right, back to it. Sorry. This was his chance to prove himself to the group, to clear him and his family of the cowardly accusations they faced. The group always picked on him and his sister, but he knew that if he could do this, their taunts would surely stop. Listen, you can still back out, Isaac. It's just a dumb dare. I won't shame you for it, Patrick said, finally dropping his act. No, Isaac replied, his voice cracking and shaky. Right. Well, 75 paces then, Terran said dismissively, placing a firm hand on Isaac's shoulder as he ushered him closer to the entrance. Count to 75, and you'll emerge on the other side. Easy, right? Easy. Isaac repeated the word over and over in his head, trying to convince himself. With one foot in front of the other, Isaac forced himself forward, determined to prove himself once and for all. Determined to prove himself once and for all. There we go. That makes sense. He turned back to the group, a mixture of excitement, fear, and disbelief. Mara dropped her head, not wishing to see her brother enter. Patrick gave a silent but affirming nod, and Terran, still as pleased with himself as ever, held to his large smile. At the precipice of the entrance, Isaac paused. The air felt colder here already. He gazed through the doorway, unable to see any light inside of it, and a looming dread beginning to well up in him already. He pushed it aside, not wanting to back down now. Okay, here I go. 75 steps, easy, Isaac muttered, his voice barely above a whisper, as he placed a single foot into the inky blackness. The darkness swallowed his foot whole the moment it touched the entry. He paused again, the air around him thick and heavy, as if the tunnel was pressing down on him. After a moment, he steeled himself and pressed forward, his form vanishing into the void. A biting chill enveloped him immediately. The air was dense and stagnant, carrying with it an earthy scent, mingling with something metallic that seemed to cling to everything it touched. The darkness was so oppressive that even the faintest outlines of his hands, held mere inches from his face, were invisible to him. 1, he whispered as he counted his first step. The word seemed to echo off the cold, unseen walls, reverberating around him before being swallowed into the depths of the tunnel before him. 2. He continued, trying to focus on his steps. The darkness around him seemed to swallow every sound, every breath as he pressed onward. 3. By the way, we're not gonna do each step, just to clarify. We're gonna skip. We're just doing these first 3. So 1, 2, 3. 3. He took another few steps, the sound of each one echoing down the hall before being consumed by the darkness around him. 7! Karen's voice suddenly echoed through the tunnel, a loud and mischievous. This should be loud and mischievous. I need to go back and edit that. Loud and mischievous. Shut up! Isaac quickly bellowed back, almost losing track of his steps as he continued further into the void. The silence of the tunnel grew heavier and more oppressive the more he inched forward. Soon, his heartbeat began to be the only thing he heard, thundering in his ears, as if it was ready to burst his eardrums. It was so loud that he almost did not hear a faint shuffle behind him. He whipped his head around, heart racing out of his chest, but saw nothing, only the same suffocating blackness. Hello? Isaac said, slightly above a whisper. Still, no reply was given beyond his own voice echoing back to him, sounding slightly different, as if the tunnel was mocking him. Hey, Tabby, welcome in. Thank you so much for adding your daily chookie. Hold on real quick before we continue. Let me update Tabby's thing here. Tabby, we are reading a scary little short story that I wrote called The Tunnel. So welcome in. All right, let me get back to it real quick. All right. Let's see. Okay. I'll reread the last line I just did. Hello, Isaac said, slightly above a whisper. Still, no reply was given beyond his own voice echoing back at him, sounding slightly different, as if the tunnel was mocking him. Just your imagination, he murmured, desperately to convince himself. He continued to press on, his pulse quickening as he began to notice the thick air getting heavier, as if it was choking him. 10. Another few steps before his foot came splashing down into something cold and wet. He recoiled instantly, his mind beginning to race at the idea of what this could be. He began to kneel down, his hands trembling as he felt the surrounding walls, eventually coming down to the source of the wetness beneath him. He reached down and touched the liquid, bringing his hand back up toward his face, trying to figure out what it was. The liquid was thick and viscous, and the cold from it seeped into his skin, sending a chill through his bones. This liquid wasn't water. That metallic scent from earlier grew much stronger when he brought it to his face. Suddenly, he was hit with a sickening thought. Blood. Dude, did we just have this kid find blood in the middle of a dark tunnel? Dude, I don't know. He scampered back to his feet, trying to shake away the thought, as he hastily wiped his hands on his clothes. It's just in your head. Elder Cranton said it's just stories, he told himself, though he knew his words were hollow. 20. He continued forward, the tunnel feeling as if it was closing in around him. The walls unseen yet looming. The air continued to grow thicker with every step, silence more oppressive. He strained his eyes, hoping beyond all hope that he would be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel ahead, but was met only with the familiar blackness that engulfed him. His ears honed in on every creak and noise, staying ever vigilant to the most minute sounds. The darkness began to play tricks on his mind, shifting and twisting, a never-ending forest of darkness around him. He felt an uneasy feeling, like an unseen presence was upon him, watching, waiting. 25, he whispered to himself, the words barely escaping his lips. Even at their low volume, his words took on a life of their own as they bounced off the walls, grew louder and more overlapping as they repeated until the echoes became thunderous. Isaac dropped to his knees and began to press his hands over his ears in a desperate attempt to shut out the noise. He squeezed his eyes tightly shut, praying for an end to this thunderous roar. If anyone didn't understand that scene, by the way, I did kind of write it weird, but I was trying to get across that basically his whispers, they would go off and then they would come back differently, a lot louder, more amplified, and then they would just keep echoing over and over and over again. This kid's going through it, basically, is what I was trying to get at. The echo seemed to stretch for what seemed like an eternity, each one more maddening than the last. And then, just as suddenly as they had begun, they were snuffed out, leaving behind the ominous, oppressive silence once more. Isaac slowly rose to his feet and unclasped his ears, terror filling his heart and fully consuming his thoughts. Maybe it's all in my head, he tried to convince himself, but the doubt still lingered. Or perhaps his friends followed him in, intending to scare him. Isaac could see Taryn doing something like that for a laugh. "That's not funny!" he shouted into the darkness, half expecting to hear the familiar sound of his friend's laughter, but his voice only echoed back at him, distorted and mocking, as if the tunnel itself was sneering at his fears. "You are alone." A low, raspy voice whispered from somewhere nearby. "Who's the voice, dude? Who's the voice?" The words were like ice poured into his veins. Panic surged through him, and before he could form a thought, he sprinted ahead, his feet pounding against the floor of the tunnel. The voice echoed in the darkness, repeating its haunting message, never fading away like his own voice had. It followed him, a shadow that clung to him as he ran. Dude, the voice was CeeLo Green? Yeah, dude. The voice is actually in there going, "Does that make me crazy?" It's pretty insane, dude, what he's dealing with right now. He's like, "Hey, kid, you're going crazy." There you go. That works better. He could turn back, he thought to himself, but the memory of that vile voice, the way it seemed to seep from the very walls, filled him with dread. Whatever had spoken those words was still back there, lurking in the darkness, waiting. The thought of turning back, of confronting that unseen horror, was not an option for him. Isaac stood in the darkness, frozen by his choices. His breaths came in shallow, rapid bursts as he tried to calm his terrified mind. He knew he had to choose one of the paths, but every bone in his body cried out. Knowing whichever he picked could prove to be a deadly mistake. Did I just totally skip something? I totally did, didn't I? I sure did. Jeez Louise. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like I skipped a whole section. My bad, dudes. Dumb author brain. Pretend you didn't hear that yet. Anyway, okay. There we go. I totally went to the wrong section. Kind of cringe, dude. The voice was following him like a shadow. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. What? So it said, "You are alone," and then he heard it and freaked out, and he began to sprint into the darkness, and it kept repeating its stuff, blah, 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 and it followed him like a shadow that clung to him as he ran. All right, here we go. Don't clip me! Fuck! Shit! Well, this was a good first try. Shit. Fuck. All right, bye! All right. Let me actually read where I was supposed to read. I skipped 3 whole, like, paragraphs. So I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. You are alone, it said shadow. Okay. We're good. Dude, lock in. Lock in. Suddenly, he collided with something solid. So remember, he heard the voice say, "You are alone," and this motherfucker just sprinted into the darkness in pure panic. So that's where we left off. Suddenly, he collided with something solid. A wall. The impact sent him crashing quickly to the ground, stealing the breath from his lungs momentarily. As he laid in the darkness, gasping for the damp air as it slowly returned to his lungs, he realized that the voice was gone, and the silence of the tunnel had returned once again. Was the voice real? No, it's just a joke. Gone too far. He couldn't help but wonder as he caught his breath and shakily stood up. He reached out to feel for the walls around him, but was left grasping at empty air. Something was different. He strained his ears, listening for any noise, but the silence was absolute once more. This section felt wider than before, as if the choking tightness of the tunnel had momentarily disappeared. The floor beneath him was now uneven, sloping slightly in opposite directions. Panic tightened its grip on him as he came to an unsettling realization. Realization? There we go. He had reached a fork in the tunnel. The path was no longer a straight shot. The tunnel had split, and he would have to choose a direction. There we go. Okay. That's the parts that I skipped. My bad, dude. Now this next part will actually make sense. He could turn back, he thought to himself, but the memory of that vile voice, the way it seemed to seep from the very walls, filled him with dread. Whatever had spoken those words was still back there, lurking in the darkness, waiting. The thought of turning back, of confronting that unseen horror, was not an option for him. Isaac stood in the darkness, frozen by his choices. His breaths came in shallow, rapid bursts as he tried to calm his terrified mind. He knew he had to choose one of the paths, but every bone in his body cried out, knowing whichever he picked could prove to be a deadly mistake. Which way, gods? He mumbled to himself, hoping for some kind of divine inspiration to choose for him, but the words felt heavy, sinking into the void, unanswered. He took a deep breath, forcing himself to carefully think about the situation. Now, let me pause here for a quick second, everyone who's still with me. Isaac is probably like, when I wrote this, I imagined him being like 8, maybe 7 or 8. So just keep this in mind for his child logic here. Maybe 9. I don't know. I don't know. Truthfully, I'm not around kids, so I don't know how old kids are when they're as dumb as this. But anyway, I digress. Somewhere in that early preteen years. Okay. Let me get back to where I was. Okay. So he took a deep breath, forcing himself to think carefully about the situation. He decided he would count down from 3 while spinning in a circle, and he would stop on 0. Whichever doorway he was closest to was the one he would take. 1, he whispered as he began to spin in the darkness. 2, he closed his eyes, knowing it made little difference in the blackness that consumed him. 3. So, just to clarify, this is what this man just did. He just went like this, and just held his hand out, and just spun. And then counted backwards, and then said, this way, that seems good. So for all we know, at this point, this kid could be going back the same way he came. He could be going left, he could be going right. I guess he probably can't be going back, because then he'd feel the incline. Either way. So he said 3. Okay. He felt a brief wave of dizziness roll over him as he continued forward. Isaac reached out blindly, his hand brushing against the cold stone of the tunnel wall as he felt the entrance closest to him. His fingers trembled as he entered through the passage and continued his gradual descent. Surely I'm getting close to the exit now, he thought to himself as he continued down the seemingly endless corridor. The thought held a small comfort to him, some small glimmer of hope that he could cling to in the darkness. Even with his small hope in mind, doubt grew quickly as he continued. He moved cautiously, one hand stretched out to sense any obstacles, the other firmly against the wall to guide him forward. The blackness seemed to stretch forever, swallowing his every step. Wait, how many steps am I at? He pondered, a sinking feeling spreading within him as the truth began to dawn on him. Said him a lot right there. The panic of the last encounter had shattered his focus, and he now realized, and now the realization hit him. He had lost count. The exit could be near, or it could be far. It could be wherever you are. Sorry. That's not what it says. The exit could be near, or it could be far, and he wouldn't know it until it was too late. I must be close. There has to be an exit somewhere, he whispered to himself, clinging to the idea that the exit was only to be a few more paces ahead, hiding it in the darkness. He quickened his pace, every step feeling heavier, more uncertain, more hopeless. The tunnel remained the same dark, oppressive, and endless. Then, just as his thoughts were spiraling into a storm of panic, he heard it. A sound normally he would pay little mind to. Excuse me. I need to learn how to read, Chase. God damn, I can write, but can I read? Then, just as his thoughts were spiraling into a storm of panic, he heard it. A sound that normally he would pay little mind to in the tunnel. Footsteps. They were faint at first, echoing soft and unassumingly. But there was something wrong with them. The echoes didn't match his own stride. They were slow, deliberate, and uneven, as if something was following him, or hunting him from a distance. Isaac's breath became hitched as the sound grew louder, closer. He froze in place, the fear consuming him, paralyzing his legs. He desperately tried to convince himself this wasn't real, that the tunnel was playing a cruel trick on his senses, but the footsteps persisted, even when he didn't. So that's pretty wild, right? Like, I think I would lose my mind if I was in a cave and I could hear my footsteps, and then I stop walking and the echoes of footsteps keep going. That would freak me the fuck out, dude. A cold sweat began as he turned back to face the source of the footsteps. The darkness felt off, malevolent even, as he stared into it, unsure what lay inside its shadows. Hello? His voice wavered, cracking with fear. Oh, sorry, I should redo that. Cracking my voice on. Hello? His voice wavered, cracking with fear, as he called out into the abyss of shadows. The footsteps stopped the instant he spoke, and like so many other times, he was greeted with only silence. Isaac turned back to continue his journey down the tunnel, and the moment he took a step forward, the footsteps returned behind him, faster than before. His heart began to race, and he attempted once more to sprint ahead. His legs felt like lead, weighed down with fear. No matter how fast he went, the footsteps followed closely behind him. He continued at a rapid pace, his breath becoming staggered with exhaustion. The footsteps felt like they were closing in, like he could feel the breath of some unseen being breathing down his neck. Tears began flowing down his cheeks as the brutal nature of the tunnel began to truly wear him down. 75! This has to be 75! Where's the exit? He shrieked, his voice cracking, overcome with emotion. The footsteps had stopped once more, replaced by the ominous stillness of the tunnel. And then, in the quiet, he heard it. A voice, low and raspy, almost a whisper, speaking next to his ear. You've gone too far, Isaac. Let me let y'all sit in that real quick. Let me let y'all sit in that. I'm sure no one is going, oh, right now. They're like, oh, damn, that sucks. Rip, dude. Rip that child. Reki, thank you so much for adding your daily Chookie. Welcome in, Reki. Let me go ahead and update your numbers real quick. Perfect, dude. Up to 15. Let's go, Reki. Reki, if you're curious, no, you're totally fine. Welcome to the Rose Foal. You've heard of the Pink Pony Club, but have you heard of the Rose Foal? Well, this is where we're at today. And we're reading stories that I wrote. Specifically this one. We are reading a little short story called The Tunnel. Here it is. That's the cover I made for it. But yeah, there's the tunnel. We be vibing, dude. We be vibing. But yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, thank you for the lurk as well, or half lurk, I should say. I appreciate you stopping in even. So, to give you the quick rundown, I don't know what you've been here for or not, but this kid got dared to go into this haunted tunnel, and he's been really going through it since he's been in there. And he just, the goal of the tunnel is it's only 75 steps to get through it. So he has to try to keep track of his steps while he walks through pitch black, basically. And the tunnel is messing with his reality, essentially. And so he just ran through the darkness, screaming, "This has to be 75, I've made it, I've made it, I've made it." And then he hears a voice whisper up against his ear, and it goes, "You've gone too far." And then that's where we left off. So I will continue from there. Again, thank you though, Rek, for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Isaac's mind raced. The walls of the tunnels seeming to close in around him. He was trapped, lost in a place where darkness itself was alive, and where any hope of an exit was a distant memory. The words echoed in his mind, each syllable like a hammer chipping away at his sanity. The darkness was pressing in on him, attempting to suffocate the life from him. He had to escape this place, however he could. His heartbeat pounded and his breathing quickened as he continued, drowning out all other sounds. He felt the edges, or excuse me, not me, dude, not me skipping a whole paragraph again. Good lord, dude. Lock in, Chase. Desperation took hold, fueling his movements as he sprinted forward, his arms outstretched, fingers clawing at the air, searching for something, anything, that might indicate an exit. The voice continued to repeat its message, mocking his attempts as the footsteps continued to follow him once more. His heartbeat pounded and his breathing quickened as he continued, drowning out all other sounds. He felt the edges of the stone walls, hoping for anything that could aid him, be it defending himself or escaping. In his frantic state, his foot caught something and sent him tumbling hard onto the rough ground. The voice swelled, its eerie chant echoing through the tunnel. "You've gone too far!" It screamed, each repetition drawing closer, as if the words themselves were closing in on him. No matter how he twisted and turned, the presence seemed to surround him, suffocating in its intensity. Desperate, he lashed out wildly, his arms flailing in a futile attempt to fend off the unseen terror as tears poured down his face. "You've gone too far!" I wonder if, hopefully that's actually coming through. I think I have my noise filter on, so that might not fully come through, hopefully. Suddenly, his hand struck something. An edge, rough and uneven, but unmistakably an edge. He let out a cry of relief as he realized it was the frame to a door, its splintering wood a lifeline in this eternal darkness. Without hesitation, he threw himself through the doorway, tumbling out onto solid ground. He landed awkwardly, his knees scraping against the ground. The pain was a welcome sensation, however, proof that he was still alive and capable of feeling. He scrambled to his feet, gasping for breath as he glanced around, trying to make sense of his surroundings as his vision adjusted to the dim light. He was now in a small chamber, dimly lit with candles scattered across the floor. The darkness here was not as absolute as before, and he no longer felt the malevolence as he did previously. One end of the chamber held a long hallway, with a single door at the end, slightly ajar. Faint noises beckoned from beyond the door, familiar noises. "I did it! I found the exit!" he exclaimed, with a relieved chuckle as he raced toward the door at the end of the hall. The closer he got to it, he saw the golden rays of light cast from the lanterns poking through the doorway's cracks, smelled the fresh air as it rolled through the western woodlands, and he heard the muffled voices of people. He pushed the door open, bless, dude, learn how to read. He pressed Rammy. Welcome in, Rammy. Thank you so much for adding your daily Chookie. Let me go ahead and update that real quick. We're actually at a good point where I can update that. Hope you're having a great day, Rammy. We are, to get you caught up, we are reading a little short story that I wrote. Welcome to the Rose Full. Again, you've heard many a time of the Pink Pony Club. Well, this is the Rose Full. And here we like to read stories based in the world of Zundara, that little world that I made. So we're getting near the end of this little short story that I wrote. But yeah, you're welcome to hang out with us. Hope you're having a great day. And this is the story, if you've seen it in our Discord, the story called The Tunnel. It looks like this, the little cover art. And I did post earlier, if you scroll up in the chat a little bit, there's a little link if you would like to read along with us. But that is totally up to you, Rammy. But again, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, let me get back to okay. Yeah. Not me reading my... Y'all don't need to see that. Let's see. Where were we at? Okay, I found it. I did it! I found the exit, he exclaimed with a relieved chuckle as he raced toward the door at the end of the hall. The closer he got to it, there we go. He saw the golden rays of light cast from the lanterns poking through the doorway's cracks, smelled the fresh air as it rolled through the western woodlands, and heard the muffled voices of people. Pushed the door open and stepped through, blinking rapidly in the sudden brightness. After so long in pure darkness, it took a moment for his eyes to adjust. He rubbed his eyes and let out a relieved gasp, his heart rate beginning to slow finally. When his vision focused fully, he saw that he was back in Timber's End, right in front of the entrance to ER-75. The moon still hung high in the sky, cloaked in clouds, the same as it was when he entered the tunnel. The familiar buildings, the cobblestone path, the large trees that surrounded the town, everything that gave him comfort was there, except for his friends. "Hello? Guys, I'm back, I did it!" Isaac called out. A soft voice responded from behind him. "Hello, Isaac." He spun around to see his sister, Mara, standing there, her familiar eyes wide, staring at him, unmoving. The popcorn, let's go, dude. He spun around to see his sister, Mara, standing there, her familiar eyes wide. Standing there, her familiar eyes wide and staring at him, unmoving. "Gods, Mara! I am so happy to see you. Where is everyone?" Relief washing over his face, yet she remained frozen, unresponsive to his question. "Mara, where is everybody?" he repeated, his voice trembling as he reached out to her. Still, she didn't answer. Her wide, unblinking eyes bore into him with a sickening intensity. Something was wrong, though Isaac couldn't understand what. Suddenly, her head began to twitch slightly to the side, a jerky and unnatural movement that sent a cold shiver down his spine. "Mara?" he repeated, his hands hovering inches from her shoulder, hesitating. The familiar sense of dread he had felt in the tunnel began to slowly creep slowly back into him once again. She blinked slowly and unevenly, her mouth opening as if to speak, but as she did, the voice that came forth was not her own. "There is no going back now," it hissed, the words swelling into a chorus of overlapping voices, each one dripping with scorn. Isaac's heart sank. The cascade of voices was not the same one that had tormented him in the darkness of the tunnel. This was a different entity, one far more twisted, evil intent seething from it as it spoke. He stumbled backward, horror and shock etching across his face. This wasn't Timber's End. This was a lie, an illusion. The familiar surroundings began to warp and twist before his eyes, the buildings contorting into impossible angles, trees withering into skeletal remains, stretching unnaturally. The moon's glow began to dim and fizzle out as the oppressive darkness crept back to reclaim Isaac. His breathing quickened, his eyes darting around in frantic desperation, searching for an escape, a true escape. But deep down, he knew there was none. He had never truly left the tunnel. This was just another layer of its endless labyrinth. He turned back to Mara, or whatever had taken her form, clasping onto both shoulders tightly, his head bowing as tears welled in his eyes. He wanted to scream, to fight, but all that he could muster was a single broken whisper. "Please, just let me go." As the world around him faded back into the dark abyss, the last sound he heard was the low, mocking voices, hissing with delight, reminding him one last time of his fate. "They warned you, Isaac. You've gone too far." And that, my friends, is the end of The Tunnel. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed rereading it after a year of not seeing it. But yeah, I wrote that last year for Halloween. And man, I definitely think my writing style has definitely changed and improved a lot. But yeah, that was The Tunnel. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Time to turn back? Yeah, Rami. It's too late for that though. He went too far. I thought this was going to be my bedtime story. I mean, listen, if you hate kids, it could be. Listen, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You hate children. I might not be bad. But yeah, not all of them are horror stories, by the way. The one that I want to read next week for y'all is actually very different than this one. Thank you, Rami. I appreciate that very much. It was fun to write. The way that Leo and I were having this little competition last year where we were writing together, and we would have like a specific word we were given, and it would be like different, or like sometimes it's phrases and stuff, and we would write a story based around that word or phrase. And so for Halloween, we did a bunch of like creepy phrases and stuff. And so one of the phrases we both got was tunnel. And then we both wrote it and we compared them, and just to see how differently that we did things. And it was really fun to see, because his was a lot different. His was a lot more like a lot more body horror stuff, more so. And I thought that it would be interesting to write a story where the monster is the darkness itself, kind of. And you kind of question if like if he is alone or not, and it never really answers that. That's what I was trying to do anyway. Hopefully that came across. But anyway, the one that I actually want to read you guys even more so is that one that I briefly talked about for a little bit, where it's that's such a good emote, Rami, for this. That's Isaac, dude. There he is. But the one that I want to read to y'all, that I'm still working, it's still a work in progress. I only have 2 chapters, but I'm very proud of them. So I'll do it like a once a month type of a thing or something. But it's called Ascension, and it's basically about this this woman born into she's born into slavery, essentially. In this, it's a fantasy world, right? This dark fantasy world, same universe as the tunnel. And she is born into slavery, and it shows a little bit of her young life in dealing with that. Yeah, boy, and if you want to make it a little like neater and stuff, I'm happy to help you if you need it or anything. Like, if that sounds so, never mind. That sounds like rude. I feel like, not to say you can't do it yourself, but I'm just saying if you want help with formatting it. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me get back to what I was saying. Ascension is about this woman, and she's born into slavery. It goes through her early life and her really not understanding the system that she's a part of. And kind of this unlikely friendship she has. And then it talks about her young adult life and the struggles that she goes through. She goes through like hell. She has a really hard time. And it's very inspired by like things like Handmaid's Tale and Daenerys from Game of Thrones, and the myth of is it Hades and Persephone? Is that who I'm thinking of? Hold on. Hades nuts, dude. Yeah, Hades and Persephone. There we go. That's what I thought. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Handmaid's Tale inspiration, and it gets really dark, just like the Handmaid's Tale. There's times where it gets really, really, really dark. So I'm a little bit weary with how I'm writing that. I'm trying to be very mindful. And then the TLDR of her story, just like if I was to give us... Hold on. Actually, I have a way. I wrote a synopsis. Give me like 2 seconds. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds to find it. I wrote a little synopsis. I'll actually read it for you. Or not a synopsis. What is it called? What it's called? Cinderella? A little bit. Yeah, I think it could definitely remind of Cinderella. Let's see. Give me a second. I gotta find it. Okay, let me see. There was also another, while I'm trying to look for it, there's also another story that I started to write that I didn't finish, called it was another horror one. And I think it was when Leo and I were doing the horror writing still, and we were what was the phrase, boy? I think it was like eyes. I think it was just the phrase eyes. Or the eyes. Oh no, it was the eyes ever watching. I think it was the entire phrase. Or the ever watching eyes. Something to that extent. And we wrote, I never finished mine, unfortunately. Maybe I still have it around here somewhere, but mine was basically about the horror that is in always being watched. And always being seen, no matter where you go. And so I thought that was really interesting of a concept to kind of work with. Bro? Why can I not? Give me a second. And her... I'm trying to see if I can just get this. But yeah, this story I'm really, really excited about showing y'all, because I think it has a lot of heavy themes, but it's really, in my opinion, I think I'm really nailing like the character work on it a lot and the emotional changes throughout it. So this one's not a short story like the last one was. This one's an actual like full-blown like novel that I'm trying to work through. I say full-blown novel, it'll probably only be like 100-something pages, but still, I think it'll be fun. I know I have it around here somewhere. Yeah, I have Rami. That's kind of my idea currently, is I have this little thing. If you notice in like the titles of the different things, I call it Tales from Zundara. It's like an anthology, kind of, is what I want to do, is put it all together. Because this character, so it's a bit of a do I want to spoil that? I guess it's not that much of a spoiler, really. So, if you recall, you weren't here for this earlier, but in the previous story, there was this line, where the kids were talking about how scary the tunnel is. Yeah, it's the XCU, dude. Hell yeah. But there was this line that Isaac and his friends were talking about prior to him going into the tunnel. They said, I hear there's more than just darkness down there. They say the tunnel was dug a long time ago, during the Veiled Empress's reign of terror, to escape her undead hordes. So this Veiled Empress character is like a mythological character in this world. Think like Thor or something like that. This is her origin story. Basically, what I'm writing right now is a god's origin story for the world of Zundara. And it really humanizes, I think, who she is as a character, and it gets you to a place where I feel like you can kind of empathize with her, because she's seen as this very wicked being. Because her full title is Torin Mudvayne, the Empress of the Dead, Goddess of Death. And she starts out as a slave girl. And so I kind of wanted to write about how she gets from being at the bottom to being all powerful, basically. Okay, I found the thing. Let me see if this is the right one. So it says, born into bondage in the shadowed alleys of Veilsport, Torin is a young Necrani elf. Necrani is a shadow elf in this world. They have dark skin, things like that. Hey, Mama Games Good is in. What's up, Mama Games Good? Welcome in. We're talking about my writing that I always bug you with when I talk to you. Well, welcome in, Mama. Glad to have you here. Let me see. Where is... Here it is. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this is the story I've been working on. I'm really excited to show it to you guys. I think I'm going to hold off until next week before I really go for it and show it, because I have a whole little get up coming that I really want to get in character and kind of do a whole, almost like a DMing thing, like for D&D, where I kind of like play this character who's a narrator on stream for you guys as I go through it. I kind of have this idea for it, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to plan to do that. If I can next Monday, if not, Wednesday is when I'll do it. And I'll advertise it a few times and stuff still, so people remember. But anyway. No. The tunnel isn't that scary. Rami, don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. But yeah, so let me quickly go through kind of a quick synopsis. I'm trying to read through it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so this looks like it's the right one. So it goes, Ascension is a story about, it's called Ascension, if I haven't said so already. Like ascending to godhood, Ascension. And it goes, born into bondage in the shadowed alleys of Veilsport, Torin is a young Necrani elf, raised beneath the heel of a cruel, tyrannical society ruled by the Akeni. Or Akeni are a different type of elves, commonly known as Highbright elves. Anyway, a tyrannical society ruled by the Akeni. Her childhood is marked by hardship and silence, until a secret friendship with a girl named Kira sparks a fragile ember of hope within her. But when Kira suddenly vanishes without warning, that ember flickers and fades. Torin's life spirals into deeper oppression, and she comes of age in service to a manipulative Akeni lord, her spirit crushed under years of control and quiet rebellion. Rami, listen, it wasn't, did you just nut to oppression, Rampage? I'm talking about oppression, a woman being oppressed and manipulated by a bad power dynamic, and you're out here nutting, dude? Chat, cancel him. Thank you.
Shut up, Chase.
Oh, I will not. I will not. How dare you? Anyway, Torin is cast into a frozen prison eventually of Sea-Watch, where her suffering reaches its peak. There... where her suffering reaches its peak. There she faces an unbearable loss and pushes beyond the edge of morality. Torin unlocks a dormant power, the ancient force tied to death itself. In that cold, forgotten place, she becomes reborn. Her transformation is not immediate, but it is inevitable. Through trials of blood and grief and reckoning, Torin ascends. No longer a slave, no longer afraid. She becomes the Empress of the Dead, a deity of shadows and memory, leading the lost and forsaken souls that the world left behind. But even gods carry scars, and Torin's divinity is no escape from the pain that forged her. She is a mirror of it, the monster they made. But yeah, that's basically the synopsis of the story. Pretty quick rundown of it, without all the little fun details. But yeah, so it's basically an origin story. Thank you, I appreciate it, Rami. Yeah, that's basically, it's an origin story for someone who's seen as a villain to the world. I wanted to give her more of a personality than just, because everything that I had her in before, or when she was mentioned, everyone's just scared of her, and I never really explained why fully, and what she did, and why she's seen as this, like, scary deity to everyone. And so I wanted to kind of humanize her, and have people empathize with her as a character, and tell, you know, how she became the monster that she's known as, basically. And yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really enjoying writing it. Like I said, I'm only like 2 chapters in currently, so it's still pretty early on. But I think maybe I'll do it like once a week where I read you guys whatever I wrote. Maybe I'll just do that. Thank you, Noni. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really like Torrin as a character. She's been funny enough, dude. Torrin's character, I told my mom about this when I talked to her recently. Torrin as a character, the idea of her, I've had in my brain from a prior story that I wrote. When I was in middle school, I had a character named Torrin, and she was misunderstood, and she was super powerful, and all this sort of stuff. I had that idea, but for a totally different story. And then I scrapped that story. And then when I started making Zundara, I thought, I'll bring her over here. And that story was called Hell's Boundary. And I don't know if, let me see, do I still have the map pulled up? Torrin D's nuts, dude. Dude, didn't even spell it right. This guy. That's all right. You don't know how to spell it. It's like that. There you go. But still, ads, bro. Snooze those ads. Get those ads out of here. Right here. This is the map of the world that this all takes place in. Right here. And Torrin is from this little area right here. Right here, dude. And you'll notice, well, it doesn't say it. You can't read it probably, but it says, hold on, can I zoom in? Here we go. Y'all see what that says? The Ruins of Veilsport. But yeah, the Ruins of Veilsport. So she didn't leave it in the same shape that she, it was in when she was there. But yeah, so I have this whole story for her, and I've just loved her as a character for so long. And like I said, like, I'm going to, before I read it to y'all, like, when things get intense, because there's going to be very intense, like, Handmaid's Tale level of intense scenes in it. I already have kind of the storyboard, like, already made up. I'll give, like, the warnings and everything. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rami. But I'll give the, the typical trigger warnings and things like that. I'm going to write them into the story as well. Like, I'm going to add them at the beginning, like saying, hey, this next chapter contains XX, whatever. I'm obviously not going to get super graphic with it, but I still would like to let people know that there is going to be very hard things in it. Because I don't want to come across like glorifying it by any means. I'm kind of including it, similar to like Handmaid's Tale, I'm kind of including it to show, it's like the depths of despair that she goes through to have to rise up beyond that and become this all-powerful being, basically. So that's kind of the contrast there of what I'm doing. And I'm not going to get like in depth with it necessarily, but there are going to be mentions of things that, and yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Rampage is promoting awareness. It's definitely, they're turning Handmaid's Tale into a movie from what I've heard. Oh, interesting. I mean, isn't the show, the new season comes out really soon, I think. Of the TV show about it. But yeah, Rampage, that's exactly like my biggest fear with this story, and I hope that no one thinks that I'm condoning it when I write this, and I'm trying to be extremely mindful of it. But like, I don't want anyone to take that away from it. It's like, oh my God, Chase is writing about, grape. Chase is writing about abuse against women and all this stuff. He supports it. Like, that's my biggest fear, especially because I'm a straight white dude, and this is a story about a darker skinned woman. It's like, I really picked a bad, for me to write, bro. I kind of picked a wild set of subjects to go through with it, but I'm trying my best to be very mindful of the way that I portray things. And you did give Lexi that black eye? All right, Doom. All right, Doom. We don't need to talk about that. This stream is sponsored by Handmaid's Tale. Use code GAMESGOOD at checkout. Dude. Bro, she did! She fell! She tripped! Ain't no way my wife just said that. Ain't no way. Y'all want to see a picture of Torn? I can't draw, so these are not like pictures that I made, but I described it to ChatGPT and had it generate it because I was curious, like, how close could I get? Just based off of pure description, how close do I think I could get to what I'm looking for? And I surprisingly got relatively close. I was kind of surprised with it. Let me see. Dude, where are the pictures at? And it's like, if I could draw and do this stuff, I'd probably just do it myself, you know? But, you know, I can't. Y'all want to see a picture of the bruise? No, dude. No. Look at, well, it's gone mostly now. Damn, you can't see it anymore. Where they took my blood last time, I had a huge bruise right here. It finally looks like it's going away. Still hurts, though. That's there a little bit right there. But that's not the same bruise we were talking about. Let me see. There's got to be a better picture somewhere. So, there's this scene where she first meets, Kira. Is this all the pictures? No way. Ain't no way. Can I just show them on my phone? Hold on. I have them on my phone. I know I saved them to my phone. Hold on. All right, let me just turn up my brightness real high, and we'll try for the best. Okay. Can y'all see this? Not really. It's kind of ass, dude. Anyway, that's the town of Valesport. That's how I kind of imagined it. I described it for chat, and I was like, it's a port city, and there's a really... Hold on, fuck you, dude. Can you focus, please? There we go. What was that? Oh. Oh, Kiss. Welcome in, dude. Thank you for adding your daily Chucky check-in. I appreciate you. Let me update you to 2. Hey, what's going on, man? Dude, the nurse really did do me super dirty. Well, she wasn't even a nurse. She was a phlebotomist. So, yeah, Kiss, we are welcome to the Rose Full. I know in Recky's stream we've all heard the Pink Pony Club, but have you actually ever been to the Rose Full? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, welcome into the Rose Full. Here, we like to tell stories about the mystical and magical adventures in the world of Zundara. And you may be going, what's Zundara? I don't know what Zundara is, dude. I've never even heard of that. Bro, that's okay. Here you go, my guy. This right here is Zundara. This right here is Zundara, the fantasy world that I started creating back in 2023. And I write little stories in it, and, you know, we just be reading them and hanging out and stuff. We just read The Tunnel, as you, Rami, can attest to. The Tunnel is definitely a great story, definitely peak. Show it to all your kids. Show it to your grandmother. I'm sure she would love it. I'm sure she would absolutely love The Tunnel. And hold on. The Tunnel 2. Hold on, let me see. Here's the cover for The Tunnel. So, you know, a very family-friendly story, as you can tell. Just a pit of despair. Who doesn't love a good old pit of despair? You know what I mean? That's pretty good. Let me see if I can just do this real quick. Can I just paste this? Ain't no way. Ain't no way I just did that.
Ban the whole chat. Just ban everybody. Ban everybody. We're doing a hard reset.
Bro, for real. Okay. So this, whatever. Def not scary. Yeah, dude, it's not. What are you talking about? Oh, dude, hold on. Let's turn all that off. We got a YouTube ad. Dude, kind of cringe. Oh, it's because we hit the end of the... All right, fair enough. Let's just play a different song. All right. Here we go. We just got some nice lo-fi playing in the background now. Okay, here we go. So this... Dude, Kiss, if you were a mod, would you ban everyone? Honestly, they deserve it, probably. I'm just joshing. Oh, they're great. No, you are. You are actually good. 10 out of 10. I like this one, too. Let's do this. Now, I'm going to show, when I do read this story to y'all next week, I'm going to be in full outfit, full character and stuff. I'm still working on that stuff. But I'll show you a couple little pictures just to kind of get you guys an idea of what kind of to expect. If I can ever get this, dude. Oh my god. There we go. Jeez Louise. All right. Yes, I just hit y'all with a Jeez Louise, like a 31-year-old man I am. Anyway, dude, he would accidentally ban me. I'd feel it. Okay, so let me blow this up for y'all to see a little bit. So this takes place in the think of it like if you've ever been to the Pacific Northwest in the United States, or if you've ever seen the movie Twilight. It's a very foresty area right off the ocean. This is where it takes place, in the city of Valesport. Over here, we have a young... This is when she's young still. We have young Torin and her friend Kira that she meets. Now, don't ask me why Kira looks like she's holding a spoon. That's supposed to be a rock. I don't know why. But just to give you a couple of little ideas of stuff. But yeah, dude. I'm trying to find this. Actually, I like this one a little better, I think. Let me see. Can I upload this? Give me one sec. Excuse me. Or why is it there? Here? Ain't no way. Alright, fine. I just gotta copy it. This is another version of the same thing right here. I generated a couple of different versions of this just to kind of get a good idea of what I was looking for. I really liked this one a lot too. And I don't intend to use these as like artwork or by any means. I would never want to take away from actual artists in that regard. I just don't know how to draw things and illustrate things. And for me, I like to use it as a tool to really help kind of give the vision of what I'm trying to say on the actual, you know, pages. So when we get to this is the early chapters of her life. You'll kind of see you'll hopefully have a little bit of an image in your head of what they look like and stuff going forward. Yeah, dude. Let me see. There's one that I really enjoyed. Yeah, I think it was this one. Here we go. Copy. And there's somewhere... Ain't no way. This sucks. Okay. Well, this is the... Think of that last picture I showed you with Valesport, and then think of this one now, and kind of combine the two of them. The way that Lexi and I were kind of talking about it, and we were thinking that this could be like the other side of the city, basically, kind of a thing. So maybe like this, and then like this is the other side of it. Hopefully it'll make sense when you see it together. That's the hope anyway. So that's one side, that's the other side. Okay. Shit. this. Okay, here we go. Let me show y'all real quick. So Valesport, the city that this all takes place in, this is how I envisioned it, with a lot of trees around everywhere. It's right on the ocean right here. This is the little market area. And then you'll notice that there's the manor right here. This is the main kind of big manor that sits up on the hill. And this is like the other side of that same manor. So this is the nicer side of town, and then this is the crappy side of town, basically. This side's a lot dingier. This side's a lot nicer. So hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Hopefully you can get a good little image in your head for when we go back to Torrent's story next week. You know, it'd be like that, dude. So, Rampage, what did you say? Sent you a new emote. Got you, dude. Let me pull up your... Oh, dude, that's sick. That's such a good lurk emote. That's awesome, dude. Dude, 10 out of 10. Hell yeah. That's a really good one. You want to see? Okay. Rampage, do I have your permission to show it on screen? I don't want to, you know, take artists' things from them. And silence. He's not answering. Dude, this guy. Can you believe? Okay. Yeah. Perfect, dude. Let me download it then. Or copy it, at least. It's annoying. I can't download it and do it. There you go. Here's Rampage's new lurk emote. He's lurking in the bushes of the city. There you go. He's watching out for Torrent. Shit, hold on. You can't see. There you go. He's hiding in the bushes of the city. Yeah, that's his new emote. He's like, oh shit. I hear there's a goddess that's about to be here. Let's go, dude. I mean, she's just a little kid at this point, but still. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I hear there's a crazy lord that lives up in this place. Let me go spy on him. Hold on. Go spy on him. Here you go, boy. Go spy on him. There we go. That'll all make sense, though, once we get into the actual story. But yeah, I don't know if y'all enjoy this. Hopefully so. Oh, did you make an AI thing of your face? Is that what that is? All right, hold on. So Lexi made this, I guess. Yeah, you look pretty whitewashed here. Huh. I mean, like, it looks like you if you were albino. It got, you know, certain details correct, just not your skin tone. Yeah, if this... Oh, is there a way to... I'm just curious. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I can't... It doesn't remove the background. That's... I just want to see... That looks orange. I'm just trying to see if I could put a filter on it and make it a little more like your skin tone. These aren't really hitting the way that I want them to. I mean, this is a little closer. There's got to be a way to... If we can just crop this part, we should be able to edit just your skin tone out. But yeah, it nailed your look overall. Oh. Oh, it's actually letting me change the like tints and the colors. Interesting. That's nailed it, dude. You're actually a turtle. You're actually She-Hulk. So, you know, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close to your... It's really close to you, honestly. Yeah, dude, that's Dark Elf Lexi right there. Hold on, where's the elf ears? Hold on. Oh my god, there it is. All right, when I talk about Torin, next time, guys, envision this, okay? There you go, it's Torin. and then look, he's gonna be like, oh shit, I found her. Found her. Bro's like Snake. He's just like, all right, I'm in. She hears through the screen. Yeah, dude, you know. He's just good like that. I don't know what to say. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's more or less, dude. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, starting next week, I'm gonna get my little get up. I'm gonna keep writing, and then y'all will get to you know, actually experience the story that I'm working on. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm going to try to... I actually have a character name for this guy already and everything. The narrator that I'm going to be playing. And here's a hint about his name. It's it's only using letters from my name to create his name. Oh shit! What just happened? I see. Oh, did you just re-up your Subway? I saw a little banner pop up. Huh. I didn't get an actual notification message though. Oh, gotcha. Well, thank you, boy, for re-upping. Appreciate you, dude. But yeah. So that's basically it. I think for me from the for this round anyway. And then maybe once a week or something like that, maybe on Wednesdays or something, unless I have something else I want to do. Maybe we'll read you some stories. Maybe we'll dive into some lore. Maybe we'll go on our own little fun adventures and have the chat, have me DM for the chat, essentially. And, you know, y'all can steer wherever the adventure goes, you know? Maybe it'll be something like that. So, we'll see. I think it'll be fun. It'll be interactive. It'll be a good time. But yeah, it's something I've been really wanting to do, that I've been really feeling very creative about and stuff lately. So hopefully you guys liked it and enjoyed it. And if not, sorry, bro. But it's still happening anyway. With that being said, though, guys, it is about that time for me to hop off. And I will be back on Friday playing something. Maybe we'll see if Leo and the boys are going to play something on Friday together. And maybe we can get a little bit of the boys together. If not, we'll figure out something to play. Or we'll read more stuff, or we'll yap for the whole time like I did today for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It was a good time, though. I had a real fun time. Again, hopefully you guys did too. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the stream. We're going to find someone to raid out to. And yeah, we'll be back. Later, everybody.